right, leave it. Do you know, you're a bag of nerves lately.
I'm fine. It's just I'm used to giving orders, not taking them.
Come on, I mean, Stephen isn't going to give you orders.
He calls the shot, same difference. Let's hope this new batch comes up to His Highness's satisfaction.
And if it doesn't?
It will.
Or? What, we'll be in serious trouble?
Oh, no, it won't come to that.
Oh, come on, Mike, stop treating me like a child. I mean, stop pretending that everything's okay.
Well, what do you want me to say if he says no? That's us, finito.
Is it that bad? You know, I was always worried about putting all our eggs in one basket.
Then you should have done your best not to rock the basket, shouldn't you?
You see, you do blame me.
No. No, Reed probably gives his new contractors a hard time first time round. It's his way of showing us what'll happen. Things don't come up to scratch.
Well, all the same, maybe I ought to speak to him.
Oh, no! No, I'm in enough stuck as it is without you making matters worse. No, you keep that out of it. All right?
Well, if I wore shantung hipsters with a crop top showing my belly button, they'd send for men in white coat.
Now, I'm making a poster thingy for the salon. Is that okay?
Yeah, fine, whatever.
Thanks.
Oh, hi, Fiona. Can I have a word? Well, my $15 will be stood on the doorstep and she's grumpy at the best of times.
Oh, right. Well, I'll tell you what, pop over later for a coffee.
I'll try.
Right.
And, big piece of white drawing paper, please, Rita.
You want to speak to La Wilton? She's the artist round here. Get her to draw your picture.
Oh, it's only advertising my treatments.
You still need visual impact. Speak to Mavis. Nudes are her speciality.
Your Andy said you'd be here. Listen, I know it's a cheek, but you won't lend us something to wear. Only I've got to look drop-dead gorgeous.
Do you know, in my day, machinists wore overalls. My new Bet Lynch didn't used to wear anything under her.
Oh. It's for tonight, though. I'll bear that in mind.
I don't know if we're the same size.
Oh, them clingy, stretchy things you're going for fit anybody. Oh, look, I won't ask, kid. Only my stuff's, I mean, it's that ancient, even Moss turned the noses up.
Well, I hope he's taking you somewhere posh after all this effort, whoever he is.
He will be. This one's got style. I can't remember the last time I was treated like a lady.
Oh, well, if Liz ain't got anything to suit you, then you can mooch through mine.
I'd say mine and all. Oh, no, I'm right out of clingy little numbers. I bet Mavis has got just the job.
Oh.
Tired, love.
It must be all this bracing Witherfield air.
Not to mention a few late nights. You coming in with milk lately?
Yeah?
I heard you when I got up for a wee. Out with your mates, were you?
That's right.
I don't think you still kept in touch with them.
Look, what is this? You want us just clocking in and out and filling a form to say where I've been?
No, I just took an interest, that's all.
Look, I met a few blokes, yeah? Went for a few jars and then we went on to a nightclub. Is that okay?
Fine, yeah. As long as you're happy, love. I'll make you another cup of tea, yeah?
Make it coffee, will you? Struth.
Sorry, not tonight, Vera. Bingo, can't come. My husband's working late.
Oh, you do, kid. I mean, we might not win out, but we'll have a good laugh.
Well, another time. I like to have some hot on table when he comes in.
I'll bet you do.
No call for smutty talk.
Oh, sorry, you're right. It's a bad habit.
You have a few of them.
Well, I might have had a few of the rough edges knocked off me if I fetched up with a little darling like you. Don't panic. I'm not trying it on. I think Curly's a lucky lad, that's all. Look, I know we got off on the wrong foot.
If you say so.
Well, how about we start again? I mean, the last thing I want to do is start fighting with my best mate's missus.
Well, I'd hardly call you that.
Oh, we used to be. We were good muckers. I think a lot of him.
Well, I'm sure he'll be very pleased to know he's got your approval.
Oh, give me a break. Look, I tell you what, seeing as himself's working tonight, why don't me and you go for a little drink? Set the record straight.
Oh, aye. Your prison record, is that?
At least they're my side of the story. You know, they all say the same. Me mum, me dad, Betty. That Raquel, she's a really nice girl, they say. Always plays fair.
Do they?
But I'm on the level, doll. Everybody deserves a chance, right? Even a loser like me. So, what do you say? I know this nice little wine bar where we could go
Then
over...
I suggest you take yourself off down there and drink yourself into a gutter where you'll feel very much at home. Doll.
She's having her hair done for a change. You know, I don't want no washing up. Just buy a wig. It'd be a lot cheaper in the long run.
So what glittering social occasion is this, then?
Well, none. It's just a quick scout round this place they're naming after me, you know. On the day, no doubt, she'll want an entire new wardrobe.
No doubt. So, what is it then? Clinic? Day centre?
Ah, well, I've got to keep it on my hat at the moment. protocol, you know.
Protocol.
Yeah.
Right.
It's no use. I'm going to phone him.
Alma, Mike told you specifically not to.
What? Since when did you agree with everything that Mike said?
Very rarely, but on this occasion he's right. I mean, if he is giving Mike a hard time, it's nothing to do with you.
What? Some men have peculiar minds.
So do some women.
Oh, hi, Fiona. I've just got some bickies for later. I'm just rushing to the wholesalers. Oh, right. Well, when you get back then? Well, I'm booked solid. Well, the thing is... On Wednesday, it's... It's the boys' birthdays. Yeah, I know.
Will you come with us to see him?
I'm sorry, Liz.
It's a special day. It'd mean an awful lot to him.
Yeah, I know. Look, I'll think about it.
Right, that's me done. I'll pick you up at 6:30, Vera.
Well, where are you going?
Do you know, I've told him umpteen times, I'm going to the bingo.
Yeah, so who's staying here with me?
Have you noticed it's not, oh, you go, love, have a nice time, you deserve a good night out. It's who's going to help me?
Right, so who is?
Well, I'd say you'll help out, won't you, love?
Well, I would, man, but I've already made arrangements.
Oh, you're not going out again?
Well, I'd cancel, but you can't let your mates down, can you? Why not ask the paid help? She's only going to be sat at home on a Todd.
I've things to do as it happens. And your mum knows I don't like working nights.
Even if it means doing her a good turn.
It's okay. I'll ask Jude. She'll be glad of the cash.
What was it like then? You're fusty and smelling of liniment, or worse.
No, it was not. If you'd have found out if you'd have come with me.
Well, I wouldn't. I told you, Alfie, my hair wasn't dry.
Oh.
Fiona were running late.
If it hadn't have been that, it'd have been something else. Why don't you just come out with it? You're not flipping interested.
Well, I would be interested if it was somewhere with a bit more status. I mean, a hospital or a modern sports centre. For a flipping old folks' home.
Sheltered accommodation.
Well, exactly. I mean, it hardly gives you a thrusting, dynamic image, does it?
Oh, now look at me. I mean, does that phrase spring immediately to mind? Thrusting, dynamic, does it, eh? No. I mean, it might not be enough for your big ideas, but I'm just an ordinary working-class chap that the council thought fit to honour. Now, that's good enough for me. It should be good enough for you.
Oh, it is, Alf. Of course it is. Do you know, I'm very proud of you. But a library even, or an art gallery.
Kevin said you were getting a load of new equipment in.
They've had all they're getting now, that's the lot. If they want as much as a new screwdriver from now on, they can whistle.
Well, you can't blame lad for wanting decent tools to work with.
They're not footing the lousy bills, are they?
That's the way it is in business. You have to invest if you want to keep up to scratch. Packet of my usual, darling.
We wouldn't be in it now if you hadn't pulled your dirty little scam.
Hey, watch it. That's libelous.
Watch it, the pair of you.
I'm all about your bogus letters. Giving bogus information from no doubt bogus solicitors.
Oh, Josie been shooting her mouth off again.
You set her up into thinking the garage was worth 50,000, and like mugs, we fell for it.
Well, you got it for 43,000. What's your problem?
You conned her into thinking it was a bargain. Some bargain.
It's not my fault if your bird takes advantage of confidential information, is it? I only gave her the job because I thought she was trustworthy, being a doctor's receptionist, you know.
That was nasty.
What now?
I've just asked Baldwin about that phony letter.
Oh, wish I'd kept my mouth shut.
He almost laughed in my face. Scumbag!
Come on, let it go, love. Look, our priority now is to get business back into black.
Do you know what he said?
Surprise me.
He said that you'd got no cause for complaint because you'd taken advantage of confidential information. Look, I told you not to work for the little chorag, but would you listen?
I make my own decisions, Don.
Yeah, so I've noticed.
And what's that supposed to mean?
No.
Where are you going?
Out.
You've just come in.
I need to be on my own. All this worry and aggravation, it's doing me head in. Sometimes I wish I'd never...
What, Mick?
How's my kid sister?
Oh, kid sister. Well, I like it. Makes me feel about 15.
We missed out on all that stuff. Might have been fun.
Times I wished I wasn't an only child.
Yeah, me too. Funny thing is we weren't, only we didn't know it. Hey, listen, Where's Alma? She phoned me and she's...
Yeah. She's out the back. Alma! Oh, easy with her, eh? She's a bit fragile.
Oh, hi, Alma. First chance I've had to drop by. It's been hectic.
Oh, no, it's all right. It's no hurry. It's just that, well, I heard that you were having problems with Mike.
Poor quality control. Nothing he can't handle.
And I was just worried because I thought it might be because of me.
You? Why would it?
Well, because I embarrassed you and then I made things worse by telling Mike.
I thought she must have said something. He was very odd that night at the restaurant.
I know. I wish I hadn't told him now. Made a right mess of things, haven't I?
Well, if you're happy you're clearing the air, up to you. He's your husband.
Look, please, just tell me the truth. Are you giving Mike a hard time because you're angry with me?
Alma, honey, the merchandise isn't up to spec. That's it, I promise.
That's all I wanted to know.
Good. I'm glad we cleared that up.
See? I knew he'd understand.
Like that? Okay. See, I'm not saying that she's not a nice girl.
Same pals you're off out with tonight, then?
What? Yeah. It's just that I thought you could have done with somebody a bit more accommodating.
All lads have her.
That's right. What's the use of having paid staff if they're never there when you want them?
Eh? Oh, she's all right. It's only since she got married. We've never had any problems with her before.
Well, you do now.
Look, I like Raquel. She's a good-hearted lass.
Well, if she's that good-hearted, how come she's not prepared to help you out when you need her? There's dozens of people out there desperate for jobs, and you let her dictate terms. Bet Gilroy had never have stood for it.
Oh, she wouldn't.
No. She'd have told the line. She had respect for Bet. I'm only thinking of you.
Oh, what would I do without you, eh? So, will you be in late again tonight, then?
For Pete's sake, Mum, stop quizzing me. It's a long time since I've had to account to you for every flaming move. Oh.
Oh, clumsy daddy.
Well, I can't remember last time I did any home baking, but Cliff Richard must have been a toddler.
Well, Don loves his fruitcake. It's a peace offering, if truth be known.
And is he out buying new fancy French perfume?
I doubt it.
Why is it takes two to make a row and only one to make it up? No prizes for guessing which one.
Our role in life, peacemakers, and we're stuck with it. Besides, I hate atmospheres.
Well, I must admit, he wasn't in the best of moods when you were in here earlier. Mind you, Mike Baldwin didn't help.
Well, it'd be tempting to blame him for everything, but I can't stand the way everybody has to be a victim these days. Choices are down to us and no one else.
Trouble is, not a lot of men will see it that way. You know, it's never their fault. Something to do with the macho pride. Hope the fruitcake does the trick.
I think it's going to take a bit more than that.
Liz? Hi. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to come with you on Wednesday. Could you give this to him for me, please?
Right.
Do you want a drink?
No, thanks.
Look, don't be like that. You know you've put me in a really rotten situation.
I know. We've no right to ask anything of you. But for all his faults, Steve's my son. And it crucifies me to see him at rock bottom. So if there's any way I can make things better for him, I have to try.
Excuse me. Now, I thought it could go on the wall behind the reception desk.
What is it?
Well, it's a client relaxing after a massage. It was Rita gave me the idea.
She hasn't got a head.
Yes, well, I can't do heads on any road. It's meant to be more abstract. It says tranquility. It says deep breath. Let yourself go all floppy and float away.
I'm trying to give the salon a classy image. I don't want tacky posters on the wall.
Well, maybe you can do without me and my tacky treatments, too.
Oh, look, I don't need this right now, Raquel.
No, nor do I. I can always work from home. Wouldn't have to pay you a percentage of my takings, then.
Fine. Do what you want.
I'm sorry, Vera. Our Jews had to cry off.
Do you know, we're right looking forward to a good night out.
I'll tell your son won't do him no harm to stop in for once.
I've already told you. I don't like letting my mates down. Unlike some.
Don't look at me like that, sunshine.
Hey, baby.
Curly, I thought you were working.
No, Anne asked me to swap with her, so I'm doing tomorrow instead. Shall we have a drink while we're here?
No, darling, love, I'd rather go straight home.
Even if it means letting me down.
Now, Vera, I made no promises.
Well, you never do these days. That's your trouble.
Vera, cool it, eh?
What's going on?
Nothing. She's asked me to work and I've said no.
Do you know, Atta is right, you know. We need somebody to fit in with our requirements, not the other way around.
Just taking a notice, eh?
Look, shut it, you. I'm the licensee here. And I say we need people we can rely on.
Now, hang on a minute.
No, hey, don't waste your breath. Who needs a lousy job anyway? Oh, silly question, he does. She wants me out so that he can take over.
Well, that's not a bad idea, that. At least you can depend on your family.
Oh, you're right there, Vera. You could always depend on Terry Duckworth if you want to be robbed, cheated and lied to, that is.
It's not the same pub since they moved in. Everybody says so.
That's it out, pair of you. Nobody insults my family, nobody.
Oh, Curly, Raquel, don't go. She don't mean it.
I don't give a stuff whether she meant it or not. And I don't want my wife breathing the same air as that woodlouse. Come on, baby.
Don't fret, ma'am. You're well rid. Right, mustn't keep me pals waiting. See ya.
Are you crackers? You have just sacked the best barmaid we will ever have just because you want to go to bingo.
But I'm not going, am I? I'm stuck here like a piffy on a rock bun.
Aye, only because your loving son won't give you a few hours of his precious time. Where's he off to that's so important, eh? Gonna spend all his brass on the dogs, is he?
Well, he takes after his precious father then, doesn't he, eh?
You all right, love?
I'll survive.
Yeah, of course you will. We both will. We just pull together and stop bickering. Supper won't be long.
Good. I've only got half an hour.
You're not going back out again, are you? You look worn out.
I've got to put the hours in, haven't I? Pay some of these bills.
I mean, now there's only one wage coming in.
Well, you must admit, you couldn't have chosen a worse time to lose your job.
Don, I'm not going to row you. We've been through all of that before. Now, come on. We'll stay in and have a nice, quiet evening.
I've been thinking about what Bowen said.
If I hear that man's name once more today, I shall scream.
The funny thing is, he's right in a twisted way.
What about?
All this is down to you, innit? If you hadn't got all worked up and taught me into something I didn't want to do in first place, we wouldn't be in this lousy, stinking mess. Would we?
Oh, sorry. I thought that this was Trisha Armstrong's flat, not Miss Great Britain's.
Come in, you daft thing. You've only ever seen me in me mug.
Very tasty too. First question, where do you keep your corkscrew?
Oh, and let's save that for when we get back. It's just our James staying at a pal's for the night.
I'd sooner have a cosy evening in. What a bitch of a day. We could send out for something, Indian or a Chinese. Whatever takes your fancy. You don't mind, do you, doll?
No, lovely. Only you said we were going out for a meal and...
That was before I saw you. You wouldn't expect me to keep my hands off you looking like that. And you don't want me to be arrested and charged with indecent behaviour in a public place, do you?
You said first question, what was second?
Well,
Why is it such a big secret?
Because I've been asked to wait for the official press release.
Anybody would think it was going to be on news at 10.
Oh, look, I know it's not important to you.
How's Alma?
Fine. In between bouts of guilt.
She's only got herself to blame for that. Why do women always feel the need to confess?
Oh, I hear you've been down our way.
Yes, we have, Mrs. Dempsey. Yeah, making sure that our older citizens are looked after.
She knows what you're up to. She hasn't fallen off her flitting.
See, I told you to get out.
I'm right. They are knocking it down.
Knocking what down?
Mayfield Court.
Chucking us all into the street so you can build one of them hip home markets.
Nay, love, as if we'd do a thing like that.
The usual thing, you see. Don't admit anything till bulldozers move in. I don't like that in Canada. Fat cats with the snouts in trough and tell with the rest of them, because we're plagued with them here.
Oh, you're right, Lily. There is going to be no more Mayfield Court because they are renaming it Alfred Roberts Court. You see, the council thinks something of my husband, even if other folks don't.
That better?
Yeah. It's my mum giving me a load of earache. Where you going out, Terry? Who you going out with? What time you coming back? Have you washed behind your ears?
She done.
Oh, she would if I let her. I tell you, it's getting on me wick. She thinks I'm still in short pants.
She worries about you. I'm the same with our Jamie.
He's a flaming kid. I've forgotten what a nightmare it was living under the same roof as them.
Don't knock it. I wish my mum and dad had their own pub. They've not even got their own lav.
The Rovers ain't no gold mine, Angel. I've had a skin at the books.
Come on. They must be making a good living.
It's okay for a couple of wrinklies with no ambition beyond a clapped-out second-hand motor and a fortnight in Tenerife once a year. But there's not much scope for a real-life flyer.
Like you mean?
I want the good things in life, yeah. And what's wrong with that?
Oh, nothing. I could adapt to money very easy, me. But you do all right. You've got a good job, haven't you?
I do okay.
And what about your girlfriend? Your mum said she's a buyer or something.
Yeah, along them lines.
What's she like?
She's not as gorgeous as you. Besides, she's history. We were heading for the rocks before I came here.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Terry, if your mum gets too much of a pain, you can always move in here with us. Our Jamie won't be a problem, and we know we get on well, don't we?
Sure we do. Where's your phone? And I'll phone out for that takeaway.
Are you hungry?
Ravenous, since you ask. But not for a vindaloo.
I don't know why. I'm surprised. I should have known all along it would have ended up being my fault.
Well, whose fault is it then?
Well, it's not yours. That's obvious. Oh, no, it never is.
Look, 3 months ago, I was tootling along, driving my cab, owing no one. Look at me now. I'm up to my ears in debt and worry.
Don, I only made a suggestion. Nobody twisted your arm. But then that's typical of you, isn't it? It's always somebody else. You've always got to go blaming somebody else when it goes wrong.
You don't know what you're talking about.
No? First it was Ivy. You blamed her for throwing you into the arms of, what was her name? Julie, that barmaid you had a pash on. And then it was Julie's fault for chucking you that you had your accident and you lost your foot. And then it was Denise's fault for giving you the cum and you had to make all them sick phone calls. Oh, and then it was Nick's fault because he wanted his share of his inheritance.
What did you do? Write down a list.
I didn't need to. It's been staring me in the face all along. It was only a matter of time before I was the one responsible for cocking your life up. Everybody else has, and now it's my turn.
You're twisted. Do you know that?
No. You're the one who's screwed up. And I'm not sticking around for you to screw my head up neither.
Good flaming riddance.
I'll be back for me things when I've calmed down a bit.
Don't bother. I'll send them.
I have to. We have to bother. There are some practical things we've got to sort out.
Yeah, the flaming garage.
Yes, the flaming garage! Bayek, I never thought I'd end up feeling sorry for Ivy.